second down and 9 at the Miami 37. We come up on 5 minutes to play in the fourth. Jets 24 and the Dolphins 21. Esiason gets it off, and it is intercepted. J.B. Brown picked it off. And J.B. Brown is hit down at the 16-yard line. So the Dolphins get it back.
This is a great football game. Well, they usually have a great football game. But here it comes. J.B. Brown saves O.J. McDuffie's life. Here's a throw downfield. J.B. Brown, perfect position to make the interception.
And for J.B., his third interception of the season.
It's J.B. Brown on the interception, and we're going to show you after this what a great play. And we're going to show you Boomer Esiason's reaction. And it isn't good.
Third of the year for J.B. Brown. He had 5 last season. That's the most by a Miami corner since back in 1983. Jeff Lageman is back on the field, suffered a mild concussion earlier. Dolphins start out from their 17, and Marino just throws it away. Well, coming into today, Miami at 7-4. They dropped their last 2. The Jets at 6-5. If the Jets can hang on and win, they will tie the Dolphins for the lead in the AFC East. If Miami comes from behind for the victory, they will go to 8-4, and they'll move 2 full games in front of the Jets.
And the Buffalo Bills are in Buffalo right now praying that the Miami Dolphins win this football game.
Well, next week, Miami home for Buffalo on Sunday night, while the Jets play the Patriots in Foxborough. Second down and 10, and Marino with Keith Jackson on the hookup, close to the first down. Marvin Jones, the middle linebacker, making the stop. That's only the second catch of the day. For Jackson, it is a first down.
Keith Jackson, he makes a mistake here. After he catches the ball, if he just falls forward, he may have the first down. He comes back and loses the first down. Oh, he did pick up the first down. It looked like for a second there he lost it.
First down at the 28-yard line. Now the catch by Parmalee. Picked up 5. Lewis and Hasty combining to make the stop. We have 4 minutes and 5 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. You see Dan Marino with the great skills going down the stretch, turning it around here in the second half after the Miami offense was not able to get going, not able to establish a running game once again. Actually, the Jets did not run successfully. Oh, nice tackle by Hasty on Parmalee to cut him off inside the 35-yard line. But Paul, as we have been discussing, both quarterbacks have been on target most of the way.
Yeah, they really have been. And one of the reasons why Marino was hurrying up here, the clock is 3:28 and counting, all right? Marino's thinking, well, if I can't get the first down, we got to punt the ball back to the Jets. At least we're going to have some time on the clock where we can take some time out because the Jets are going to try to run the clock out.
Big play right here. Third and a fade over 3 from the 34. And it is incomplete, intended for Fryer.
Boy, and I'll tell you, Ronnie Lott just labeled him. Just labeled him. Marino wants to go for it. He's telling him to get the kicking team off the field. He's going to go. But they're going to make a punt. The clock stops at 3:09, but Ronnie Lott just leveled. Marino, he wants to stay on the field. Look, I don't want the punt team. No punt. No. Shula rules.
Jim Arnold will punt for the 3rd time. He's inside his 20. Oh, bad kick again by Arnold. He has had another rough day. It was played by Hicks. And he's fortunate that it did deflect out of bounds.
Hicks, I don't know what he was thinking about. This is crazy. You got 2 guys on you, and he's laughing. Yeah, you got away with it. But I'll tell you, that is a dumb move. And this almost cost him right here. Watch Hicks. He has no reason to be there.
And, Paul, this is a guy who usually makes good decisions, as we have seen earlier in the season, but he was able to scoop it out of bounds. So the Jets maintain possession and start out from the 34 with 3 minutes to go in this fourth quarter.
Miami has all of their timeouts. plus the 2 minute. That's 4.
Jets with a 3-point lead, 24-21. Baxter making certain he holds on to the ball. The Dolphins try to punch it loose. Hollier and Cox making the stop, and a timeout was taken by the Dolphins with 2:51 remaining in the fourth. When we come back, it will be a 2nd and 6 for the Jets. Coming up next on most of these NBC stations, it'll be game 2 of our NFL doubleheader. Most of you will see a big one between the Steelers and the Raiders. Some of you will see Kansas City and Seattle, and others will be checking out the Denver Broncos and the Cincinnati Bengals. In the key game, it will be Rod Woodson and his Pittsburgh Steelers going up against Tim Brown and the LA Raiders. Brown with 63 catches and 8 touchdowns on the season. The Raiders turning things around after the bad start.
They really have. I mean, and it's really no surprise because a lot of people picked them to be in the playoffs at least.
2nd and 6 from the 38 for the Jets. They lead by 3. 2:50 to go in the fourth quarter. Johnson found a hole, but only gets out to the 41-yard line, so he'll be 3 yards short of a first down. And Miami calls for time again, so they're down to 1 timeout left, plus the 2-minute warning.
I have time to think about this, but I wouldn't have called a timeout after the first down because there were 2 minutes and 50-some seconds. There's a 40-second play clock on. The Jets would have had to run another play. Yeah, they'd have been able to run about 35 seconds off the clock, but then take a timeout after that second down play, and it still gives you 2 plus the 2-minute warning. They took one, I think, a little bit too early.
And there's Don Shula, the NFL's all-time winningest coach. Despite receiving a 2-year contract extension that will take him through the '96 season, Paul, the reports continue to surface concerning the Dolphins' possible interest in one Jimmy Johnson, no stranger to the Miami area, but Cowboys owner Jerry Jones, who reached a settlement with Johnson and was called by several NFL teams inquiring about Jimmy Johnson, says the Dolphins have never asked about Jimmy Johnson. I get the idea that Don Shula will coach the Dolphins as long as he wants to, and if Jimmy Johnson weren't out there, this would not be an issue. No, but it has surfaced. Esiason had it deflected.
Aubrey Beavers deflected, number 53, the linebacker coming in.
So it is a 4th down and 3 on the 41, and Brian Hansen and the punting unit will come on. So the Dolphins will get it back with 2:44 remaining in the fourth quarter. Second punt of the day for Hansen.
O.J. McDuffie. What a lonely world that is back there when you're by yourself.
His last return, he did put it on the ground. He gave it back to the Jets. Good punt by Hansen. And here comes McDuffie looking for the blockers. Can't find them. And hauled down at the 16. Excellent coverage by Glenn Cadrez, a 44-yard punt. And McDuffie was stopped in his tracks. 2:34 remaining in the fourth quarter, and Miami starting out from the 16-yard line.
This is the kind of game you love. I mean, when you got two competitors like Boomer Esiason and Dan Marino, they want the ball in their hands. This is the kind of games they just love to have. You're not going to shake them.
Ingram is split to the left. He's caught 3 touchdown passes. Marino goes to the middle of the field to Fryer and has a first down out at the 34-yard line. Ronnie Lott able to cover up. That's good for 18.
They're in that prevent. I don't care what anybody else calls it. They got an injured player, and that's Fryer is down on the play. They're in that prevent where they take the safeties off anywhere from 20 to 25 yards. And boy, do I hate this defense. Let me show you something. Here are your safeties. Now watch where this ball is snapped. Watch where they go. Look at their safeties go. Look at the room that they give Fryer. Hold on a second now, guys. When we're here, here's Fryer sitting in here. Look at the distance between these guys, and here are the corners sitting up here. You got to throw this pass. It's wide open. I don't know how Fryer got hurt. He doesn't get hit. He just slips out. His feet slip out. Lott's there. But Lott just goes over and touches him. I mean, doesn't hit him.
Irving Fryer making his 5th catch of the day, has 60 for the season. So they'll check out Irving Fryer, who is told to remain down. Checked over by Dan Marino and Mark Ingram. It'll be a first down at the 34 when we pick it up with 2:20 to go in this 4th quarter. A reminder tonight on Earth 2, the humans make their first contact with the aliens. That's the all-new Earth 2, followed by Sequest. And then Connie Sullica stars in the world premiere movie She Led 2 Lives. All tonight starting at 7, 6 Central, right here on NBC. Apparently Fryer injured when he went down to make the catch.
His feet slipped out from underneath him, and it looks like he might have pulled something. His knee got jammed, but he never really got hit because Lott didn't do anything but walk up and touch him.
Paul, I'd have to say the Dolphins about 35 yards, 35, 40 yards away from field goal territory.
That's why I hate this defense, Mark. I mean, you're only 3 points out of the ball game. You're allowing them to come down the field and get a field goal.
First down at the 34. Marino with the time, hits Mike Williams. Williams battles his way to the 39-yard line. So Mike Williams with his first reception. He's a 4-year man out of Northeastern, a New York area product out of Mount Kisco. There's the 2-minute warning. We'll be right back. Well, the Dolphins about 30 yards away from Pete Stoyanovich field goal range, and he has the good leg. He's back in 1989 here at the Meadowlands. He hit this 59-yard field goal in a 31-23 Dolphin win over the Jets. It remains a team record, and it's tied for 4th longest field goal in the history of the NFL. Second down and 4 from the 40-yard line, and Marino incomplete. Diving attack made by Keith Jackson.
You know who's downfield covering? Loggeman. Look at this middle of this field. It's wide open. I mean, you see Washington there, number 48. He's not even close. The ball is just thrown wide. Jackson can't hold on to it. This is all 4-down territory, Marv. You're inside 156 you have now. There's only 1 timeout left for the Dolphins. They're going.
3rd and 4 at the 40. Marino 26 of 39. 299 yards. 3 touchdowns. 2 interceptions. 19 of 25 in the second half. Out of the shotgun. Marino completes for the first down at midfield, hooking up with the tight end Keith Jackson. Paul Fraze made the tackle.
Somebody's got to be rushing the quarterback. We saw Loggeman covering. We see Paul Fraze, the defensive tackle, covering. Somebody's got to be rushing the quarterback.
First down at midfield.
Here they come.
Minute and a half to go. Another completion. Another first down. It's Mike Williams taken down by James Hasty. It's good for 21 now. They're in the hurry-up.
Marino's not thinking tie, I'll tell you that. Marino's thinking win.
First down at the Jet 28-yard line. The Dolphins do have 1 timeout to go. Marino getting the protection again, and he is able to complete. Nice move by Ingram.
You see Ingram after he caught that ball trying to get out of bounds. He knew he had to shake a couple of players to do that. What a great game Mark Ingram's had. What, 3 touchdowns? He's catching everything Marino's throwing to him.
7 catches for 98 yards. Second down and 1 at the 18-yard line. And Marino completes inside the 10. Has a first down. Ingram again. Stopped by Glenn.
Marino's trying to get everybody on the line of scrimmage. Now, he still has 1 timeout. They'll save that for the field goal if they have to.
We are seeing another spectacular effort by Marino, who fires. Touchdown!
You know what the Jets were thinking? He's going to take the ball and throw it into the ground.
They stopped.
They all stopped. If you take a look at it, the offensive linemen, all they did was stand up. And Marino says to Ingram, I mean, that's the communication that they have. We saw fire on the two-point conversion. Tell Marino from the back of his hand, hey, throw the ball to me. Now here's Ingram for his 4th touchdown. This is a beautiful play. They catch the Jets napping. They're just standing there.
They froze. It appeared that Marino was going to try and stop the clock. Instead, he connected for the 4th time with Mark Ingram. And the Dolphins have a 27-24 lead with only 22 seconds remaining. Stoyanovich will attempt the extra point, but the flags are thrown on the lineup.
Marv, it's just hard to believe that you're going to stand there. I mean, everybody does it so many times. Let's stop the clock. Let's go up and throw the ball down and have a first down.
Defense, number 95. Half the distance to the goal line. Retry.
Boy, you think if they were complaining about the Jets on the radio before that, what about this one here? This is going to bring some sick people out. But, you know, Marv, it really is amazing that the defense is just standing there. And there had to be communication between Marino and Ingram, because Ingram didn't go, just walk down there. He went into the end zone, turned around real quick and stopped, and Marino laid it on there.
A remarkable turnaround sparked by Dan Marino, who has done it on a few occasions beforehand. 7 for 8 for Marino on this drive. 8 plays, 84 yards. Stoyanovich with the extra point. And the Dolphins have a 28-24 lead with 22 seconds remaining in the 4th quarter.
I'm going to show you something here, Marv, this really is amazing. Now, I want you to watch these guys here first. Then Ingram is going to see how far away he is. He's going to go to the end zone for the touchdown. But watch Marino. He gets him up in a hurry. But watch the defensive linemen. Watch what they do. Nothing. They're all standing around. There's only one guy rushing. Marino goes up and throws the ball. Ingram is there for the touchdown. He's just letting these guys know, he's putting his hand out. But that's the communication he has with Ingram. And the guys are standing around. Fraze is the only guy that rushes. And there's Glenn. He's really not paying much attention. He thinks he's going to drop the ball down. Fraze, again, was the only guy there. Marino knew it.
Yes, it appeared that the Jets thought he was just going to put the ball on the ground.
Stop the clock.
So 4 touchdowns from Mark Ingram. That ties a Miami franchise record. Back in 1973, Paul Warfield caught 4. So Mark Ingram enters the record book alongside the name Paul Warfield. 22 seconds remaining. If the Dolphins hold on, they remain on top of the AFC East by themselves with a record at 8-4 and 2 games in front of the Jets. The Jets are huddled up prior to this kickoff over at the far side at the 50-yard line. And the numbers on Dan Marino in the second half: 24 for 30, 275 yards, 4 touchdowns, no interceptions. Remember, at one point, the Jets led 24-6.
Look at those numbers. I mean, there was a point in this ball game, folks, in the first half, where the Miami Dolphins, you didn't think that they brought anybody on offense to do anything, or on defense, because Boomer Esiason and the Jets offense did whatever they wanted to do. The defense shut down Marino and company. And then there's always 2 halves of a ball game for some reason or other. You know that?
And a terrific job by the Miami offensive line in the second half.
And the defensive line. They really came through. The defense stopped them when they had to. The interception by Troy Vincent, that started it.
The rookie from Mississippi, Tim Bowens, helping to turn it around. It's put on the ground, and it's covered up at the 35-yard line by James Thornton. Well, the employee owners of Avis salute the game's most valuable player. No question here, Dan Marino, the winner of today's We Try Harder Award. Avis, the official rental company of the NFL. How many times have we seen Dan Marino pull this off? And Boomer Esiason has to be wondering what is going on, because it's been a very fine afternoon for Boomer.
Now, the Jets special teams just did a very smart thing. The clock doesn't start until the ball is touched. And as soon as the ball was touched, the Jets called timeout. They used one of their last 2, but they only 1 second went off of the clock, which is heads-up play. But the problem is, Marv, they have to score a touchdown. Had they kicked that field goal, All they had to do was get into field goal range.
Well,
but how the game would have changed. I know.
Paul, I will not get into that discussion again.
No, I'm kidding.
Jets have one timeout left. The stat line on Esiason, 24 of 37, 353 yards. One of the outstanding days in his career. 2 touchdowns, and he was intercepted twice. They start from the 36. Boomer looking sideline, looking for the catch and to stop the clock, and he does. Able to succeed on the completion to Stevie Anderson. That's good for 17. Vincent and Smith on the coverage. The clock stopped with 16 seconds to go, and the Jets now first down at the Miami 47.
The play took 5 seconds. So that means they keep doing that, they can get 4 more plays off. But the thing that they do, the Miami Dolphins are doing right now, the same thing the Jets did. They'll give you the middle of the field. They want you to throw the ball there. And if you look at it from here, it's wide open.
Esiason looking to the other side and incomplete again, intended for Anderson. Looking for Anderson, who was not a target earlier, because Anderson has tremendous speed.
Another 5 seconds. Johnny Mitchell was the guy. If you're going to throw the ball in the middle, then throw the ball to Johnny Mitchell, because he was wide open. That time Anderson was going in towards the middle of the field. If that's the case, then you know that Mitchell's open.
Down to 11 seconds. And the Jets with a second down play at the Dolphin 47. Esiason goes to the middle of the field for Mitchell, and he stopped at the 35. They pick up the first down. Timeout taken with 6 seconds remaining, so a pickup of 12. And now he'll have to go to the end zone.
Yeah. I understand the play.
Well, coming up next on most of these NBC stations, game 2 of our doubleheader here, with most of you seeing Rod Woodson and the Pittsburgh Steelers go up against Jeff Hostetler and the Los Angeles Raiders. Others will be able to check out Kansas City and Seattle, or Cincinnati and Denver. We suggest you check your local listings for the game in your area. Boomer Esiason now accounting for 382 yards. That is his high game. And this is his second year as a member of the Jets.
You know, I said if you're going to throw the ball over the middle, throw it to Mitchell, because he is wide open, but you don't throw the ball over the middle. Again, they're going to give him the middle. You got Atkins is sitting down on the goal line. He is a safety. He will wait there.
So it has come down to this. 6 seconds to go. Esiason looking end zone and fires it way out of the end zone, and that will wrap it. The Miami Dolphins with a dramatic come-from-behind victory. What a duel between those two, Dan Marino and Boomer Esiason. This will go down alongside a number of wild confrontations between the Jets and the Dolphins. The Dolphins 28 and the Jets 24, and Miami stops the losing streak at 2. They go to 8-4. And they are now 2 full games in front of the Jets, who are now 6 up and 6 down. And next week the Jets play the Patriots at Foxborough, while the Dolphins home next Sunday night against Buffalo.